Well, only about 100 kilometers, maybe 60 miles from Ljubljana in Slovenia, we find ourselves in Trieste, which is northern Italy, and it's a tri-country area, really close to the Slovenian border and the Croatian border. And we're just here for a brief time this afternoon, so I thought we would buzz through the city and just take a little walk around before we move on to the next. Let's go explore the city of Trieste. Now, not far from where we left off moments ago is the Church of Saint Antonio Nuevo. We got another little small plaza here. Little statue, I'm not sure, that's Giuseppe Verdi. Striking the pose atop that marble mount. Little palm tree action here in the center. Certainly the biggest difference you notice from Ljubljana to Trieste is just how busy it is comparatively. Pretty much times 10 of people moving about, places to go, people to see. Let's continue on. In my very limited Italian, I think we might have hit Trieste during the Spring Flower Festival, maybe. The gigantic snail. Maybe we roll down this way and find a little bit more that's part of this festival. That's coming up, it looks like. I don't think the dates match up to exactly when we are here right now. We're a little bit early. You see as the setup continues here, which I think is for the festival upcoming this weekend. These big trees that go overhead, you have to imagine that when they're in full bloom come later in the spring and over the summer, it has to give a very nice canopy to where you might have tables out for restaurants and cafes and things such as that. Pretty nifty idea. Trieste itself lies right on the sea, so they have a port here, which I assume means that you can take ferry boats, and also a lot of shipping containers probably come in and out of the port here at Trieste. Only about 5 miles, maybe 7 or 8 kilometers to the Slovenia border, and I'm not sure how far it is to the Croatia border, but it's not very far. It's all right here, compact. It's a tri-country area. All right, not much down that way. We're going to continue on, come back if we see anything more exciting. Here in the town of Trieste, we found the Tomosini Public Gardens, which is a small little park set right inside the city. You don't have the peace and quiet maybe of some other parks, but it looked like it might be worth a quick walk through and take a quick look at it. Gives you an idea of the size of it. So not super large by no means, but like I said, in a nice area. Here in the city as we're walking back towards the train station. Why not duck in and get a little shot of nature here in the city of Trieste. A very pleasant weather day today. Quite warm. All right, we'll continue on in Trieste. As we continue on to the train station here in northern Italy, Trieste. We'll wrap up this short little walkthrough. Even though it's so close to the Croatia and Slovenian border, it certainly has a look to it of all Italian. And great coffee too. Stop for one, €1.50 for a late morning cappuccino, which I thought was quite delicious and a pretty good deal. So we're going to get out of the city center, back to the train station, and on to the next. From Trieste. Well, buongiorno, buongiorno. Continuing along here in Italy, we're in the northern city of Gorizia, and we're down in what I believe is the main central district area, although there's a lot of little alleyways and pathways that go around this little district. So I think the plan early this morning is to head down and find a good cup of Italian coffee down this alley, get away from the traffic noise. Everything in Italy, including here, is open from early morning to about early afternoon, about 2 p.m. it shuts down, and then reopens around 5 or 6 in the afternoon. But the people of Gorizia have a unique opportunity that they're right on the border with the country of Slovenia. So you can actually walk across, and once you go across that border, then everything in Slovenia is open all day. So you could essentially have Italian breakfast here and go across there and have a early dinner or late lunch when everything on the Italian side is closed for the afternoon, the little midday siesta. Makes it a pretty unique location in that sense. Some chocolatiers, patisserie, a bakery. Looks like a few folks out enjoying this mid-morning pleasant weather. We have a forecast of sunshine and 64 today. Perfect for early to mid-March. Puts it about 17 degrees Celsius. Do a little shopping here outdoors, get your vegetable market. A city of about 35,000 people on this side. And I'm not sure the population of Nueva Gorizia, which is the name of the city on the Slovene side. So just back of that direction is the Julian Alps. So this city sits right at the base of the Julian Alps here in northern Italy and way western Slovenia. All right, let's go get that coffee, come back and explore this portion of Italy / Slovenia. Oh, I was gonna stop and have a coffee in the center of town. Was damn near impossible. Every table and chair was occupied at like 11 a.m. on a weekday morning. Kind of surprising. Kind of thought everybody would be at work or school, but there's quite a few people out and about. Got a gelato shop and bakery there. I come around and show this church tower. There's a castle here in Gorizia, which is just around this corner. So I thought maybe we'd walk back, explore the castle hill, check that out, see what it is to get up there. I read online that one person said it's closed. Another person that reviews were within a couple days of each other said it's a great place to visit. So we'll have to go and explore whether we can get up there or not. Not sure if there's a charge to go in, but if we can at least get up and maybe check out some views, it should give you a nice view back here into Gorizia and also into Nueva Gorizia, the other side. Looks like a little construction here on this side, maybe another little plaza area. Rehabbing some old buildings here. So let's continue on this windy little road and see if we can't find the castle. More coming from Gorizia. Yeah, just a few moments beyond the small church down there and come up those steps. We get the bastion here on this side of the castle. And looking that direction, you see kind of the ramparts that run atop them. Like I said it before, I'm not certain if you can go actually into the castle, but there's a tourist bus here, which I think I mentioned before. So you would think that the tourist bus might indicate that you might be able to pay a fee or something to go in. But up here, we'll get our first look over to the Slovenia side. So here you go. Get the legend of the castle, which I'm assuming here on the right are actually the the years of it. It's like 1100, 1300, 1500s, 1508, 1508. I'm assuming that's accurate. I'm not 100% positive. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we can go in. I'll give you a little look over this side first. Maybe some ruins of the castle. There's a large park up here as well. But you're looking that direction into Slovenia. The very, very western edge of Slovenia, right where it meets Italy and not far from Croatia. Attention, uneven pavement. Absolutely. Definitely want to keep your eye on your footing in these old-time cobblestone pathways. So this is the inner ramp to go up. I did not see like a ticket office or anything like that, so maybe we're able to go in and just explore a little bit. Like cannonballs or something maybe they would use for defense. Looks like a little walkway up there. Maybe we'll be able to do that. Oh, probably not. There's a gate. That looks like it closes off the walkway we just saw. Alright, up here, maybe souvenir shop, maybe it's an entry fee to go in. Dating back over 1,000 years. Quite impressive. Sounds like a tour going on in there, and yes, there is a ticket office. Looks like it is €8 per person. But the views are complimentary. Kind of interesting here, this photo is showing Theater Street from Garibaldi Street, which is what I'm on. There's the theater, and then that building there is straight ahead, and the theater is just off to the right with the flags flying on top of it. So a photo from over 100 years ago, and it doesn't look all that different today. This is Garibaldi Street, which looks to be a pedestrian only zone. I opted not to pay the €8 to go inside the Gorizia castle. Reading on it, it sounds like inside, other than seeing the remnants of the castle, it was a museum of the Middle Ages. And to be honest with you, I only have about €15 in cash with me this afternoon, and I didn't want to spend half of it looking at a museum. So I thought I'd come back down and cruise through this area a little bit. You see the mountains kind of climbing up in front of us here. This might be one of the main shopping thoroughfares. I recognize a couple of these stores, the Ted-Eye. A few folks sitting out enjoying the early afternoon sunshine. Try not to get run over by the cyclists here. Some restaurants Down here I found a DM, the grocery market. Grabbed a quick bottle of water. Feeling quite nice this afternoon. So you can walk this path all the way down, which I did yesterday, and it will take you to the crossing over to Slovenia, which I may do later this afternoon. As right now it's about 1:30 in the afternoon, meaning that most of this stuff here is going to close up maybe within the next hour or so, as the people of Italy will go on their afternoon siesta, their break. I think there's a little park area down here which I thought might be worth taking just a quick look into. I saw the fruit and vegetable vendors were packing up a little while ago, and by the sounds of it, some of these guys down here are packing up as well. They probably won't come back in the evening. I'm sure they're only here for the morning time, early afternoon. So you got a big park here. Looks like a lot of it's under construction. Probably want to get that done before the summer crowds hit. But a pretty pleasant way to pass the afternoon. From Gorizia.